Hey everybody, social media family. Being of any subscribers as well as any visitors to that being on my own social media channel. Likewise chat room or comment section. How are you all doing? Well, hopefully everyone is doing at least okay, if not better yet to be said to be feeling alright. Or if not best of all to be said to be feeling blessed and stressed. More blessed and stressed, or too blessed to possibly become or be stressed. You and yours, your family and friends, hoping me and man likewise as well. All and please do excuse, pardon, forgive me for possibly butchering English language as we have an American dialect for something like the umpteenth consecutive time. Then I never had claimed to have become or be an English major, neither or nor how much less an English professor. But nevertheless, I have felt this rather compelling need to apologize to you all, just in case at some given moment in time or another, somebody else could possibly have a difference of opinion about the way I speak or express myself and could possibly come or be quite offended, being of which they should not be this person or that person unless you're going to submit to me an English 101 educational course, and if I were not to take you up on studying it or whatever I said. But then it's not so much as, you know, how I say, but what I say, being of which is to be taken into consideration. But boy, uh, to other things, as our kissing cousins of the Brits, as in British across the great waters of the Atlantic, would say, you know, being the citizens of the mother country that had given birth to our own supposed so-called democratic republic or democracy of the USA, that being Great Britain. And now I got the preliminaries being the basic intro as an introduction and or likewise footnotes out of the way pretty much like so. I wish to extend this apology all the same for how I had expressed myself during the last social media broadcast of video prior to having, gone about making this one. Because I was feeling pain in general, I still am, you know, but I'm trying to put it all out, regardless of whatever the problem or regardless of whatever, whoever could have possibly caused it being any general health issue, instead of, you know, being because there are much more than enough demons in the world, than to have to become oneself and then attribute, you know, have it be attributed to me, being opposing other parties, who could possibly encounter my person. Because quite offended. Well, the same way. I had to express myself. I'm sorry, you all. I'm yawning because I took some sleeping meds, age or whatever I've said. And I'm feeling drowsy. Well, hopefully, it's something that I've done on my part in the same line. I didn't think that one of these neighbors from damn hell or the creepier ones or creepier neighborhood could have possibly slipped me one of my beverage. You know, get anything about date rape drug, you know, yeah, and victims to be affiliated associated with and representing some sort of a hate crime incident, or you know what I mean. I don't know. Maybe I got quite business matters to take tomorrow, then the day after today, or sabbatical Sunday of the weekend. Well, at the end of the day, I will just try to attend that general church service and sabbatical Sunday school class. You know, if I can, regardless of how I feel like at the moment. So quite drowsy. Let's give take it pretty much like so. Yeah, but anyway, though, and moving right along. Yeah. What's the name? Tyrese as follows, or as it is, so I paraphrase, not quote exactly. Expressing my disgust for persons who would dare think to, even so much as think to act out, by going about some oh, her culture. That's all. But anyway, maybe I just sum such up. Yeah, I thought. Hmm. Anyway, though, I'd like to address the issue of persons who attempt to abuse the elderly individuals and the planet. Planet Earth is very like our present president elect, who is abortionist. Hmm. I'm not quite a bit. Sorry about that. How long was that? About a couple few. No, I hope not a couple few minutes, a couple few seconds. What I mean, say I like to think, but could possibly be in like a quarter of a minute, like 15 seconds. Oh God forbid. But for that to happen again. But anyway, though, getting back to some such as so you have persons who get a rush from coming off like cowardly bullies against the elderly, children, and the disabled, and it's wrong. I mean, people, person like that must really live. Uh, what do you call routes to take to transport to fast what to place. So that would mean that things will be up and running so far as that is concerned. Let me get on that. But anyway, though, getting back to some such others, so you have persons that get a rush from abusing, like say old people, children, and the disabled otherwise. Yeah, I mean, people like that, how much, yeah, from my own personal experience was that it's like I suspect that my late brothers and as well my mom and grandma were abused and you know like like yeah so I remember my brother at local hospital he was like you know well this one in particular being my elder brother and he was in a local hospital and he was like saying how a picture was moving on the wall And I don't see that to be the case and so forth. But had offering the drugs that they give them when he passed away shortly after. My brother elsewhere was treated nine. And oh, wow, this all men and not again. Like I said, I took some sort of sleeping aids, sleeping pills, sleeping medicine. You all. Hopefully that's the only reason why I'm kind of drowsy and think that one of these proverbial neighbors from down here could have possibly done a number on me. Getting back to some of such others, so you had certain people that be abusing the elderly, children, and disabled, and that ain't right. It's wrong. And as expected, two of my brothers had become subjected to experiencing abuse where they was at, you know, for public medical facilities, be it public or private or hospitals. My men say, and then I suspect that both my mom and my grandma were abused at, both nursing homes and hospitals. I mean, I remember this one what do you call it? Or, or nursing home, nursing home caregiver. What's supposed to be talking smack being at the hospital and other systems. Like, cause my brother told me that one of them, right before his face, my living brother, he said one of them was like saying, "Aren't you?" In regard to my mother, "Aren't you the one that called me a B?" I'm like, what the damn hell does that got to do with you giving, as in providing care for a patient? I'm not saying you're gonna act funky or foul as damn hell. You need to just quit your job and get into another line of work. So I'm kind of suspecting that this here person may have done something to my mom to speed up her death. As some such given moment in time, and God don't like ugly, and He's not too crazy about people pretty either. Well, I mean, say Prince Pete continue to man fit out Prince Darkness. Just to confuse my speech because getting back to some of such though, there's a special place in damn hell reserved for elder abusers and child abusers and some such other, like what? Yeah, it shook me up at one period foundation. I mean, and whereas, you know, both my mom and my grandma, they were saying how, you know, like, well, my mom was like said she experienced what was seemed like a dream state, if anything, like trans when they dope you up in those places. And she was like saying that felt like somebody was abusing her. And then my grandma, she had mysteriously had received a black eye, you know, at one of two of those atmospheres, probably either a nursing home or hospital. And, this just get me thinking, well, there's a special place in damn hell reserved for abusers of teenagers, adolescents, or preteens, and you know, some such other, because why would you want to touch their holy head, as God's words say? Because some old people they have experience to, teach younger people or persons, to transfer their legacy onto them for what experiences that they have had, in life. I mean, when a person don't respect the elderly, then how can a person respect oneself? And same could be said in regard to children. When a person cannot respect children or young and innocent, then you're a dog all the same. You know, straight up dog. Mhm. That's why I myself personally, I can begin to contemplate working for a nursing home or maybe a hospital, not a nursing home. What some of such colleagues may be off into so far as abusing their patients, and that's supposed to be a felony offense. If I do recall correctly, at least I think it is, Yeah, imagine that you put your mom or your dad in a nursing home or hospital only for them to be abused, or you put your child in one or the other, or both, or you know what I'm saying, different time. They it just don't seem the same. We think somebody may have cloned them or something. I mean, they be like seem to be just ever so different, you know, with slight resemblance to the original person. It's where it's becoming crazier as the years go by. Yeah, and there's a number of changes that has happened. Okay. And that's why I like it going into one big basket, toilet bowl, to be flushed. I mean, as to make my case in point to give you all an example, like the white boy that went up in a black church and got to shooting at random after having been there for about an hour to an hour and a half. And he opens up with, yeah, you know, I gotta get my blue rest soon enough because I'm feeling just so drowsy. I was kind of like nodding while I was typing, for that matter, being not likewise so much as the basic intro that I was typing first, then the footnotes. Yeah, it was quite an experience. But anyway, though, getting back to some of the stuff y'all that, as I was saying, God don't like ugly. So look out for your loved ones, you all. I'm gonna just call it.